Are you ready for this? I know the suspense. And guess I gotta hold it this way. No way. I have to say, I can't believe I'm seeing this. This is a dupe of Barricade. Like, oh my god. I didn't think this was actually a real thing. What's up, everyone? It is Khan. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am the fabulous leader of the Decepti-KHAN army, and today I have a very special review for you guys. So, if you guys didn't know, I have just hit my third milestone now. Finally posted 10 more videos, so now I can go ahead and unbox this guy. This is the guy that I bought from TF Source to finish the free shipping. So the full story was that I basically bought 3 things from the TF Source July, 4th of July sale. And in the 4th of July sale, I got the Fallen, Jetfire, and this guy. And I think it was in the Shockwave video. In the Shockwave video, I was literally off by like 2 pennies. Like, I couldn't believe that I was off by 2 pennies in the free shipping. So I had to find something really quick, finish up the free shipping. And I found this guy. And I can't believe that I have found a knockoff of our very infamous friend here, Barricade. So yes, Roadblock is supposed to be a knockoff of Barricade. I'm not 100% sure how close they're gonna really be. I'm very, very excited to really see how different or how similar these knockoffs are gonna really be. So yes, even though I love you, Barricade, today's special video is going to be on unboxing Roadblock here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started unboxing this bad boy, alright? This is what the box looks like. Can we also take a moment that it says movie series and they have to like put like a fake name of the movie called like Alert or something? I just think that's just kind of funny because it is meant to be in reference to, you know, movie Barricade from the first Transformers film. I don't know. Do you think it might be a made-up movie? Do you think it could be a real movie? I'll have to look into that. But I just think it's just kind of funny that they had to like put like, it's the movie series from Alert, and I've never heard of this movie before. So, but I will give them props though that they did give Barricade a different transformation. As you can see, it says that he's supposed to be a Kubelwagen VW82. Again, I don't know my cars. I'm so sorry, guys, that I do not know my cars and that stuff. It's probably because I don't have a driver's license, so maybe because since I don't have a driver's license, I probably am not familiar with car names. But if anyone does know about cars, please let me know if this is exactly what he is supposed to be based on. It's almost kind of like a lunchbox almost. So I'm guessing you open it up like this. Oh, okay. So we have this. I'm not sure what this is, but it's probably a backdrop, or it could be the road that he's supposed to be on. Okay. What else do we else have in here? These look like they are instructions. They look like they could be instructions. But here is the heart and soul of everything. Oh, it looks like he's in vehicle form. So let's see if we can take him out here. Okay, taking everything out of the lunchbox here. Okay, so this is what he comes in. Let's take out the plastic. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay, so yeah, so it looks like he already comes in vehicle form. Let's take a look at the vehicle form here really quick. It definitely has like plastic quality, but like when I kind of like touched it, it kind of reminds me of wood. Like furnished wood. I don't know how else to kind of explain it, but the plastic quality definitely feels very different than all my other action figures, because when I kind of compare this to like Barricade, the plastic quality definitely has, like, it definitely feels very different. Let me see if I can roll him on the table since he's already in vehicle form. Okay, I guess he kind of sort of moves a little bit. I mean, the wheels are kind of stiff. I mean, this one's very, very stiff, but this one, yeah, so like these wheels are very loose, but this one's like really stiff. Can you hear that? Okay, so, but yeah, so already first impressions, I really do like how he looks in vehicle form. and it's definitely a very big contrast from the original Barricade. Now, for those that don't know, the original Barricade is supposed to turn into a police car, but as you can see, he is not a police car in this rendition. I will give props for originality, and I do like that they did convert Barricade into a different, vehicle compared to his normal vehicle. So I will give them props for the creativity. But let's go ahead and kind of look at the other pieces here really quick. So we'll just put Roadblock right here. Let's see what else he's got in here. Okay, so this looks like some sort of like radio. It looks like it's a radio. Ooh, is this movable? Oh, yeah, it's movable. Okay. Pretty cool little accessory. I don't know. Oh, that kind of scared me there for a second. Oh, there's his little companion. Okay, so he does actually come with like a little mini frenzy. Yeah, it looks like this is some sort of like container or radio. Looks pretty well made though. It looks pretty well made. I don't really think there's anything negative about it. I like that you can fiddle with this. I do like it a lot. But yeah, that's his little radio thing. I see this is his signature weapon. Ooh, okay. I do have Barricade's signature weapon. I'll have to kind of compare this once I get him into robot mode, but this is his weapon right here. Looks like there's also a phone accessory. I don't know if the camera can focus on that, but it's a little telephone. Oh, and then we have a table. So it looks like we have a table. Ooh, I kind of like the little details that they have on here. You got like these little tools here. A little torture whip. Oh, that's definitely punish and slave for sure. Oh, and there's also a chair. I see he's got a little chair in here. Ooh, these would be really fun accessories to play around with. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Roadblock's not supposed to sit on this, but I'm kind of curious if he would be able to sit on this, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be for the little frenzy dupe. But yeah, these are all the little accessories. Also guys, here's the instructions, and it looks like he's got about 12 steps. I really do kind of like this new look of Barricade. Yeah, this is like the instruction booklet basically, but this is the instructions on how to transform him. So yeah, let's see if we can try to transform Roadblock here. I'm gonna be really honest, I don't think this is what he's supposed to look like. It's probably not gonna look really perfect, but would you like to kind of see what he currently looks like right now? I'm pretty sure this is not what he's supposed to look like, so I'll have to clean him up, but here's what he currently looks like right now. I mean, like he kind of looks like Slender Man a little bit. I did the best that I can to follow with the instructions because I really have no idea if I put everything in the right spot. Oh boy. Comparing it to Barricade here. You're like,
wow, he looks real ugly.
Oh yeah, he really does not look anything like Barricade. But while we're at it, let's go ahead and kind of test his articulation here really quick to see what he's got. Can we move his head? Oh, we can rotate his head all the way around. What about the legs? Or I'm sorry, the arms. Ooh, I can definitely rotate his arms. They sound a little squeaky. Okay. Now, one of his arms, I think maybe one of these pieces is way looser than the other one. I think this is that one part where the wheel was very, very tight, but like his shoulder blades up here feel really stiff, and this one feels very loose. Let's see, do you have arm rotation? Oh yeah, I can twist your arms. Good. Yeah, see, strangely, like this doesn't feel super loose, but this one feels really, really loose. Like half of him feels a little bit kind of loose. Let's kind of take a look at your hands here. I think his hands are slightly articulated. Oh yeah, he's got articulated fingers, all right. Yeah, he's got articulated fingers right here because he's got a thumb and he's got his fingers here. Yeah, he's got articulated fingers, all right. Do you have hand rotation? Nope, I don't think he's got hand rotation, but I can bend his hands. Okay. Can you do the middle finger for me? You can do the middle finger. Okay. Let's see, I'm pretty sure your elbows can bend. Yep. But again, I have no idea if I did your arms correctly, dude. Okay, I can rotate your waist. Can you bend forward a little bit? I guess just from the top. But yeah, again, I have no idea if I did all this correctly. I'm pretty sure I did not, but you know, first impressions, first impressions. Okay, looks like I can bend your knees. Good. Bend your feet. No, ankle tilt. I think this is just part of the transformation. How high can your legs go? Oh, your legs can go quite far and wide, and looks like he can do the splits. You can do the splits. Oh boy. Yeah, like I said, you guys, I don't know if I did this right. I have no idea if I did this correctly, but this is just our first initial impressions of him. I mean, like I said, he's got like the length. He definitely has the length here, but again, I'm pretty sure this is not correct. Pretty sure this is not correct, but this is just our first impressions of him. So yeah, I kind of want to see what he actually looks like once he's actually cleaned up. So this might take me a while, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can fix this guy a little bit better to see what he's actually supposed to look like. All right, y'all, here is Roadblock, and he's actually a little bit more cleaned up this time around. Now he actually looks a little bit more like Barricade. Just a couple of things I did notice though, that as earlier I noticed that some of these pieces are kind of loose on my copy, but look at the leg. You see how loose that is? And then if I do it on the other leg, and then yeah, his leg is really loose. So I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of how loose half his body is, because it's nice and tight up here, but like his left arm, or it's his left side, like his left leg, his left arm, and this left wheel, like it is really loose. So I don't know how that's gonna hold up, because I did try to get him to stand, and right now he stands perfectly fine, but there have been times when I have a hard time getting him to stand. And even though that this thing right here that goes behind his calf, I have found that if you did kind of leave this like this, he seems to stand a little bit better. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like he stands a little better if you have these little things out. Yeah, he has like these little heel things, and I feel like he stands a little bit better with that. Now, I believe, again, this is supposed to be part of his transformation and look that they're supposed to tuck in back here. But I find that because of how loose this leg is, he doesn't really stand really well. So it's, I think for me, it's kind of optional to take this out to create like a little heel if needed, just for some added stability. But maybe that's just my copy though. Turns out this is actually how his legs actually kick forward, because I didn't realize that his legs were kind of tucked in a little bit. I was like, he kind of looks like his legs are a little too close to each other, but this looks a little bit more accurate. And I did clean up the backside, so the backside doesn't look too bad. But yeah, this is what Roadblock is supposed to look like. You know, I've always kind of wondered that, do Transformers look different when they're in different vehicle forms? And I guess in some way, the head still kind of looks the same, but the body definitely looks very different. But I kind of like that they kind of look very similar a little bit. Also, I have noticed that he doesn't have light piping, so yeah, a little bit of missed opportunity. He doesn't have light piping, so his eyes could glow. But this is the clean-up version of Roadblock here, so I will go ahead and do a photo shoot of him and see how he does posing-wise. And yeah, we'll see how much fun we're gonna have with this guy. So let's take a look a little bit more closely at the accessories that he's got here. So the first accessory, I actually gave him the phone. So it looks like he's able to hold the phone really well in his hands. I don't think I can get him close enough to answer the phone. But he can definitely hold a little phone accessory here. And it's all thanks to his articulated fingers. This is what I'm saying, like a lot of figures really need articulate fingers because then they can actually do a lot of fun stuff with them. You can make them hold little things like this phone or make him do the middle finger. His other accessory or his primary weapon that he has is this thing. It's his little buzzsaw weapon that he has, and I believe you can slot it on any part of his hand. So let's go ahead and slot this onto here. So there we go. There's the buzzsaw on his right hand, and you can also slot it on the other hand. There we go. And you can slide it on the other hand. Not gonna lie, you guys, I'm a little bit kind of underwhelmed. I'm a little bit kind of underwhelmed at what the buzzsaw looks like. Let me show you what Barricade's like actual weapon looks like and why I'm a little bit underwhelmed that it's just a buzzsaw basically. So this is what the original Barricade's weapon looks like. I mean, look at this. I mean, you see how you see how cool this is in contrast to like this? It doesn't even rotate. Like, bro, like, look at this. You get a lot more enjoyment out of this than than this, all right? Like, I feel like Barricade's weapon is way better than this buzzsaw thing. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Can he actually hold this? Hold on. Nope, doesn't look like he can hold it, but can he? Oh, he definitely won't be able to peg it in. Yeah, he won't be able to peg it in. Yeah, there's probably no way he's going to be able to hold this, though. There's no way. But if he was able to hold it, I would have just have him hold it and just make it look like a fan or something. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, this is Barricade's weapon, and honestly, I think this is a way better weapon. It's fun to fiddle with versus like this. I'm like, come on. Also, here's the table and the chair. I also have the little mini frenzy put together here, and he does sit in this chair right here. I did forgot to mention that he does have this little shovel. I didn't see it the first time around, but there is a little mini shovel. Yeah, if you want a size comparison to see how big Frenzy is, here's Novocaine, and then I have the little itty bitty tiny guys from Shockwave. Oh dear. Yeah, this is just a little bit of a size comparison. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a lot of like mixed things about this guy. In fact, the biggest thing that really turned me off was just how loose some of his parts are. Like, just how loose like his left side is. Like, this is kind of loose, and then obviously the leg is also kind of loose. Trying to pose this guy with a loose leg was almost impossible. Like, I really needed like one of those like claw things. You know how like when people do stop motion animation, they have like that claw thing in between, like they pinch it like this? That's what I really needed so badly for Roadblock, because like every time I tried to get him to do like a standing pose, his stability was not really good. Because like, again, like I was so frustrated. I was really frustrated trying to pose this guy because of how loose this one leg is. And I swear, like, that's all it takes. That's all it really takes. It's just one loose part. It doesn't matter if it's the foot or the whole leg or even just like his arm. If it weighs him down, he's not going to pose very well. So I will say that I didn't have that much fun posing him because of these, you know, quality issues here with like how loose his leg was. That's why it was kind of a pain to pose him quite a couple of times, because every single time I tried to get him in a pose, he would just like flop over. Damn it, Roadblock. You're like, damn it, Roadblock. Oh boy, I really wanted to like this so bad. And you know, he is our milestone reward, so. Also, I paid $100 for this, and I know that he was on for sale, but because my copy had some loose limbs and some loose joints, I don't think that he was really worth investing $100 in. And don't get me wrong, I do kind of like the figure, but I don't think I would ever want to pay another $100 if my copy was that loose again. But then again, at least it's good to see like how good or bad the knockoff qualities are. I don't know, anyone who has this, has anyone else kind of experienced any loose issues with their copy? I don't know. I kind of want to know your thoughts if you have this guy, if you've experienced any similar issues with his joints or his limbs, if they're loose or whatnot. The only other thing I can critique on is this little guy right here. Like, how hard is it to connect two pieces? Apparently, trying to connect this like the top part with the legs is pretty finicky. And even every time that I try moving him a little bit, it pops off pretty easily. Like, I I really don't know why it pops off. Like, you think it would just snap in so easily, but no matter whatever I do, even just the slightest rotation of him and that stuff, he just easily pops off. I wouldn't say that this is like bad or anything. At least it's slightly articulated, so you can do a couple things with it. But I just hate that it just pops off so easily. I forgot that this is also part of his look. I didn't realize what this was until it's supposed to go on the front here. So it's actually supposed to go on the front of his chest here. I forgot to show this earlier, but it kind of popped off, or it fell off when I transformed him. I actually didn't know that that's what it was supposed to be for. So it's supposed to go on the front like this a little bit. But I do want to get some positives out of the way though. The one thing that I do like about Roadblock though is he does have a lot of accessories. Like, he does have a lot of little things you can play around with. He does come with like this little table and a chair. I did actually get him to sit in the chair, which is kind of hilarious. He can actually sit on the chair. But he does have some really nice little accessories. I think these are supposed to be for his little minion here for Frenzy. And then of course he does also carry like the phone. So I do like that he can hold this. So again, he's got some really good variety of accessories that it comes with. Is it all necessary? I mean, I guess if you need something to play with, but it's a little bit for set dressing, I guess. I don't think it's not that bad. I do like his look, I do like his aesthetic, and I do think that it's a little bit different than, you know, what the other Barricade looks like. However, I will say that the biggest positive I do like about him though is that he has articulated fingers. And you know me, I'm a sucker for articulated fingers, you know? I'm a sucker for guys that have movable fingers, you know, just like the Scourge video girl. Like I said, he's got articulated fingers, so at least that's always a plus. To kind of wrap up my thoughts about Roadblock, I just wish that my copy had like better, like, again, I wish that his leg and his arms weren't so loose. You know, it's only really on the left side. It's on his left side that if only that his leg wasn't loose, I think I would have a little more fun posing him. And also that it's such a pain to have to deal with all these little accessories, like again, like with his little chicken friend here. I don't know where we're gonna put this guy, but I think he's just gonna go back in the box, right? That wraps up everything I need to say about Roadblock here. So let's go ahead and kind of have him wave goodbye here. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in on this special unboxing of Roadblock here. I do a lot of reviews like this. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys on the next video, alright? So cheers to our newest member here, Roadblock, and I will see you guys later, alright?